I've observed a lot on my first day with this spirited family, and I'm going to begin implementing my plan with the leader of the pack, CJ.
CJ's going to be the most difficult one, because CJ's already set in his ways.
CJ, get off the table! It's like a domino effect. He'll start, and then they all just chime in together. That's one big chaos.
CJ has a unique ability to start trouble and then take 10 steps back and let everybody take the blame for it.
Mom, Mikey got hurt.
He's the one that gets them all going.
To Bobby.
The eldest son often sets the pace for the rest of the brood. Mistakes started early with the parenting of this clan, and if I can turn CJ around, the rest will follow.
CJ, don't do that.
When it comes to discipline, this family needs to start with the basics. The nanny staple of timeouts.
You have a choice right now, and I know you're smart, and I know you can make a really good choice. You have the choice to either come and help clean away the table, or you're going in timeout.
Timeout was not a word that existed in this house before Nanny arrived.
CJ, you need to sit down here.
No!
Listen to me. You're going to have to sit down and be quiet.
No!
Let's go.
No! Mike! Mike, come here right now.
Sit.
I'm in timeout!
No, you're not in timeout.
CJ!
You're not well behaved.
Now you sit there. You're the first one that gets time out.
My rule for timeout is 1 minute in timeout for each year of the child's age.
8 minutes. Remaining. Sit there and don't make a sound. Oh, CJ went running. Oh, yeah. I think CJ and Mikey both went running.
Every time you come out of timeout, it starts again. So you're going to be in timeout for the rest of your life unless you want to behave. How old are you? Every time you're in trouble, you're going in timeout. Listen the first time and do what they ask you.
Timeout is like sitting in a cage,
When that timer goes off, we'll be back because it goes beep, 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 beep.
a dark, scary cage.
Timeout was horrific. Screaming, shouting, kicking. My philosophy is consistency, no matter what you're applying. If you get up and keep putting them in their seats, they are eventually going to stay in their seats.
Okay, 2 minutes and 48 seconds. And then you can come out. I'm very proud of you.
When I was in timeout, I was thinking of escaping and destroying the timer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
After the timeout was over, he seemed to be actually a little more relaxed.
The world was back to normal when I got out of timeout.
CJ, knock it off now!
Alright, we're going to get ready to go bye-bye.
It's time to see how this family behaves outside the home. So I suggest an outing to the park.
You better sit in that seat. It's a struggle for you to get him in.
Francis, get in that seat now.
Whoa! It's time to back up. They can't even stay in their seats.
Francis, Albert, do not get out of that seat.
Before we go anywhere, we have to address this issue.
One thing I'd like to do is bring the car seats into the house and let the kids become more acquainted with them in the house.
All right, honey, I guess that's your job.
You know why I'm telling you to bring the car seats in? Because whatever it would take for me right now to get your kids to sit in a car seat, I would do. And as a nanny, my professional job is to protect children. And that's your job as parents too.
Let's try it.
Okay, great. I'm going to help.
Although Craig seemed to be listening to my instructions, Tracy didn't seem to care at all.
That's not going to work, the car seat, bring it in the house. I don't think so.
Woo! Party time!
I don't understand why Tracy is so negative about my advice. Her way certainly isn't working.
Thank you. You hold the door.
Hey, car seat!
Whose seat is this?
You can't do that, okay? You can't pull it. Oh, wait a minute. Who's that? Who are you? What are you sitting in? Your car seat? What's Mikey doing?
He's just laying around.
You're laying around. Are you feeling better?
Just sit right in. You want me to strap you in? How come you don't want me to strap you in the car? You were screaming.
So, as you can already see, this is working. I was really happy that the children started playing with the car seats, but Tracy was a few minutes. What's the big deal? The more they get accustomed to him, the more they're not going to feel alienated to him going in the car.
It is a little ridiculous, because that means I have to carry 3 car seats back and forth every day, and that's just not happening.
You see, now you're making excuses.
I'm not making excuses.
I think Tracy's overwhelmed. Tracy's giving up.
Mom, can we go out to dinner?
That's a really good question. Mom, could we go out to dinner? And you know what Mom's answer should have been? If you behave yourselves.
When the nanny first came to the house, one of the most important issues was the dinner table. To have them all sit down and be polite and have good table manners, to me, it's something that's very special.
So, I need to tell you about tonight's test.
I don't want to take any tests.
It's not an academic test, it's a behavioural test. Family time at the table is essential for the communicating, and I think they told me that they've never sat at the table, maybe once, as a family. So we're all going to stay home tonight, and we're going to eat dinner at the table. Okay, diet or regular? Oh, there's no earpiece.
It's dinner time. Sorry.
That's my seat.
Okay, now we're going to see if we can have the whole family seated around the table for dinner.
Can you pass me the macaroni and cheese?
So this is a major achievement.
This is a major accomplishment just to have everybody sitting in one area.
To make it work well, they have to stay in their seats, and everybody needs to say please and thank you. So what applies at home applies in the restaurant, and vice versa.
Sit down, Daddy.
Sit down,
Good job.
eat your food. Why don't you use the
Mom, I
fork?
can't eat this whole.
Daddy's amazed.
I just want to reinforce to you guys that this is happening because you're making it happen.
Am I there, Mom?
I'd like to see how long it'll last, but it looks good so far.
No climbing on the table. Somebody needs to get him off the table.
Can you sit down, Jack? Okay. Sit down.
Jack.
As the children kept getting out of their seats, I kept putting them back in their seats, but Tracy and Craig didn't do anything.
Sit down.
Jack, sit on your seat. Sit on your seat, because we eat at the table.
No. You're sitting there. Let's go.
I'm eating. I can't go nowhere.
Hold on to the table.
Well, you know what? Okay, I've lost some children, but for as long as we were at the table, that was fabulous. You guys did a great job. So
I
far,
think so. We have 7 plates at the table. I guess that's a good sign.
They all wound up under the table, so to me that didn't work.
this is a first attempt for something that they're not accustomed to doing. So credit where credit's due.
We start off at the table and it always winds up.
But it's a habit, it's just a bad one. I asked Tracy why she wasn't making any effort, and she was done, she was tired, it was the end of the day. What was the point?
It's just ridiculous. For me to grab all of them, put them back in the chairs, my dinner would be ruined.
She's hoping for a miraculous overnight, kids sitting in seats.
I'm tired. I've had enough.
Coming up, Grandma pays a visit.
You were never structured.
Tracy rebels.
Nanny has some good rules, but I don't think we're going to follow them.
And the little red devils cause irreparable damage.
Oh, Michael, look what he did to my couch. Oh, I feel sick.